Searchers. This is Indigo Kelly with soulsearchingwithindigokelly.com. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be bringing you a message from your higher self. We have 4 piles to start with today. We have pile number 1 with the success card, pile number 2 with the We Are the World card, pile number 3 with the celebration card, and pile number 4 with the letting go card. Take a moment to study each pile and pick which one you feel resonates the best for you today and which one you feel like has a message for you from your higher self. All right, let's go ahead and get started with pile number 1 with the success card. Okay, so the first thing that I'm seeing for group number 1 is how you can connect with your higher self is really tapping into your more feminine side, okay? I'm seeing that if you tap into your creativity and really get into nature, ground yourself, spend some time outside in nature, this is how you're going to be able to really connect with your higher self. Connect with Mother Earth, okay? And really just spend some time out in nature to connect with your higher self. Really getting back to your roots from where you came from is really going to revive you and give you a sense of self. I'm getting that for some of you in this group, you spend too much time indoors and you need to get out more, okay? For some of you, I'm seeing that connecting with your higher self is really going to have a lot to do with your health and your physical condition. Maybe that's something that you've been ignoring, and maybe by getting outside in nature, you're going to be, doing some kind of physical activity that's also going to reconnect you with your higher self, connecting with yourself. For some of you also, I'm seeing with the Empress card that, possibly you need to connect with your actual mother. For some of you, it might just be going outside and connecting with nature, connecting with yourself, connecting with higher self, going back to your roots. But for some of you, this Empress card is really telling me that you need to connect with your actual mother. Like, that is your roots for some of you, okay? Your roots, connecting with your actual mother, and returning to, how you were as a child. Okay. I'm also seeing for those of you in group number 1, something really beautiful about everyone in group number 1 is that you are just a really positive person. You are fun. You just fill everyone with a sense of warmth when they're around you. You have a vitality for life. You have a lot of strength, but in an innocent and pure way, okay? You really just have a joy that is connected with your inner spirit, and you are just a really fun, positive person, okay? I can see also that you just have this magnetism about you, and people are really drawn to that. That is a very beautiful thing about the people in group number 1. You have really high when you are at your best, and especially when you start to connect with your higher self and you start to come into alignment with your higher self. I see that you're going to have very high self-esteem. You're going to be very confident, not just in your personal life, your love life, your family, but also in your career. I see that when you start getting in alignment with your personal self, you are going to have an improved physical condition and an overall energy level. Your energy is going to improve. Your mental alertness is going to be so much more. You're going to be so much optimistic. You're going to be so much happier once you really start to connect with your higher self. Okay. I also see for some of you in group number 1 that once you start to connect with your higher self, something beautiful about that is going to be that you're going to go back and start studying something. You're either going to go back to school and go back to college and get a degree, or you're going to complete something that you didn't finish in the past. Maybe you started college and then you quit and you're going to go back and finish it. For some of you, maybe you were just going to improve on something that you already have, like maybe some kind of certification, or you're going to take some classes to improve at the job that you already do. So I'm seeing that when you start connecting with your higher self, some of you in group number 1, you're going to start having that, educational study time, and you're going to be successful. You're going to complete some kind of cycle cycle that you've been wanting to complete for a long time. Also, for those of you in group number 1, I am saying that there needs to be some healing going on as well. You know, possibly you have been in the past or now, or, you know, prior to connecting with your higher self, you're in this state of being where you conceal your emotions from other people. You don't let other people kind of know what's going on with you, especially I'm hearing in relationships. So I'm seeing that as you start to align with your higher self and connect with your higher self, you are going to be a lot more confident in being open about your emotions with people in your life, okay? You are going to be just very courageous. You have a good heart. Those of you in group number 1, you have a good heart, but I feel like there's some reason why you have put up these walls to hide your emotions from the people that you care about or that care about you. And so I think the more you come into alignment with your higher self, you are really going to feel confident to just be open and honest about how you feel, okay? I also feel for some of you in group number 1 that you are going to really start being super ambitious, okay? Just fast thinking, great energy. You're going to be motivated, and you are going to really be action oriented and driven to succeed, okay? And you're really going to be dedicated to your purpose. For some of you in group number 1, I feel like as you discover, you know, as you align with your higher self, you are going to also start to discover slowly what your life's purpose is. Maybe that is also something that you have been thinking about. All right, so as we align with our higher self, we're also going to start aligning with the universe and with our life's purpose, and things are just going to start becoming clearer for you about what it is that you're supposed to be doing in this life, okay? Starting to come into your higher self oftentimes requires lots of healing, okay? So what I think that group number 1, you really need to focus on resilience and courage, you know, as you begin to heal, all right? I feel like as this process starts for you, some of you might have some sort of a test of character as this begins to happen. So maybe, you know, you're going to be brought to a situation where you have to decide, you know, if you were going, what kind of choice you're going to make. Am I going to do the thing that I feel like aligns with my higher self, that aligns with my life purpose, that aligns with who I want to be, or am I going to do and make the decision that aligns with myself before my awakening, okay? So really, I feel like some of you in group number 1 are going to have this test of character as you start to heal, as you start to become in alignment with your higher self, all right? Also, for some of you in group number 1, and for everybody really, as we start to awaken, as we start to align with our higher self, and as we start to align with our life's purpose, this is no easy task. You know, a lot of people think that, you know, the awakening process is just all rainbows and butterflies and meditating and smiley faces and yoga. But I mean, honestly, sometimes it's not like that. Most of the time it's not like that. It's more of like an uphill battle, okay? You're going to run into blocks in the road. You're going to run into conflict, okay? You're going to run into setbacks in your life, okay? And that is also a test of your character, okay? There are no easy answers when it comes to your awakening and aligning with your higher self. You just really need to rely on your inner strength and perseverance, and that is going to see you through to the end, okay? No matter how bad it gets, you know, some of you could possibly go through the dark night of the soul. No matter how hard that gets, you must reach the end. So you have to be resilient and courageous and persistent as this test of your faith and this test of your boundaries comes about, okay? And for some of you in group number 1, I feel like, you know, you're thinking, you know, I'm already weary, and I think so many of us, by the time that we come to this awakening process and start, you know, thinking about aligning with our higher self, we have already been through this life, okay, of being asleep, not awake, and that's not an easy life either. And you feel like, you know, I'm weary, I have already been fighting all this time, but I feel like for some of you, it's like you got to hang on. It's this one last battle for you to have this awakening and for you to reach, this place that you're supposed to be. And it's not like when you awaken, when you start to align with your higher self, it's not like it's going to be like, boop, I'm my higher self and everything in the world is better, right? It is a process. It's a long process. And it's something that as people, we are going to grow and we are going to change with time. And it is mainly about the lessons that you learn. It's not necessarily a destination that you are trying to reach at the end. It is about the journey, okay? So really think about day to day, everyday life. Don't think about it as, drudging along through this, like this process or this daily life that we have to get through that is horrible. But, just think of it as one day at a time, okay? You get to go through one day at a time and you have to change your way of thinking. It's not a destination. It's all about the journey, okay? Now, I really see that once you have gone through this healing process, for some of you, you have gone through the dark night of the soul. For some of you, you're going through a period of time where you are connecting with your higher self, connecting with your life's purpose. I really feel that you are going to come out on the other side a completely different, better, changed person, okay? So after you go through this, test of your character, you are going to come out on the other side. Your outcome for healing yourself and aligning with your higher self and aligning yourself with your life's purpose is going to be, you're going to come out on the other side a changed person, okay? You are going to be much more compassionate. You are going to come out of this on the other side a changed person. You are going to be attractive on the outside and on the inside. You are going to be so much more emotionally honest. You are also going to have some kind of change with how you manage your money. That could have to do with your life's purpose, like as far as like having a different career, or that could just have something to do with you having like a realization that, maybe you haven't been managing your money as you should be. And when you come out on the other side, when you start to really align with your life's purpose, you're going to be much more careful with that. You are going to be the perfect partner as far as romantic partners, okay? Some of you that have children, is really going to change you as a parent. You're going to be, so much more loving as a parent and compassionate. You're really just going to have a more nurturing personality overall. You're going to be much more kind and much more sympathetic. And I can just really see that a lot of you are going to have a very positive effect on other people's lives. I feel like that really might have something to do with your life's purpose. Some of you in group number 1 are going to be doing something with your life that is going to positively affect other people, okay? You are going to, be so much more caring and emotional, so much more caring and emotionally stable. You're going to be much more intuitive to others. You're going to be much more connected to your emotions, and you are going to really have this connection with your unconscious mind and your conscious mind. There's going to be such a good balance with that. And there is also going to be a really good balance with your physical self, your emotional self, and your spiritual self. And you're really going to come out on the other side of this awakening, the other side of this alignment with your higher self and your life's purpose, just a much more compassionate and nurturing person. A message that I am getting for you from your higher self, those of you in group number 1, is that you are really going to have some kind of creative goals or projects that are going to be completed. Your ideas for whatever this project is are just going to be really great. They're going to be plentiful, and this is going to benefit you financially somehow, okay? You're going to get financial rewards when you are done with this creative project, okay? Now, I can see that you are going to be having a celebration, about this. You're really going to be, in harmony and in joy. Money doesn't necessarily mean happiness, but in this case, this is really going to alleviate for you a lot of worries and fears that you sometimes carry with money. And with the Queen of Cups, I'm also seeing, it was saying that you're going to be more careful with your money. And then this Four of Wands is saying, that you are going to really be celebrating those financial rewards. So that could have to do with, either you just becoming better with managing your money, or you're actually going to start making more money, or you're going to acquire more money somehow, okay? You're going to have, for some of you, you're going to have some kind of like life's passages, possibly a marriage or the birth of a child that you're going to be celebrating. After you really start aligning yourself with your life's purpose and your higher self, you are going to feel alive. You're going to be really excited about what's coming up in the future. Maybe before, you're really uncertain about the future. You didn't know where things were going. But once you go through this awakening process and connect with this higher self, you are going to be so excited about the future. You're going to feel a freedom that you never have had before. And you're just going to have all these new choices and all this new joy open up to you in your life. Also, I can see for some of you in group number 1, you may be having some sort of homecoming, okay? Maybe you're going to be moving back to your hometown, or moving to where, your family lives. I'm also seeing that you're going to find safety and comfort in that, okay? But for all of you in group number 1, I just see that you're going to have so much joy and satisfaction when you are, going through these really great achievements and milestones in your life, okay? You're going to be happy, you're going to be joyful, and you're going to be in harmony with yourself and your higher self and your life's purpose. Then I pulled a couple of cards from the Osho Tarot deck for this group, and the first card that you guys got was Intensity. Okay, and so basically with this Intensity card, this is a card, when I see this card in a reading, I think about someone who really has a fast, great energy, and someone that really has their own source of energy. It reminds me of the Knight of Swords card, just really fast thinking, very ambitious, making your own way, not being a follower or an imitator, but being an original individual, okay? You have to find your own way. You have to find your innermost core, with no guide and with nothing, to guide you. It is a dark night, but there's really an intense, flame within you that is going to guide your way as you find your own way. Then next, you guys got the Traveling card. And this Traveling card really, we talked about earlier about the destination not necessarily being the goal, but on this card there's a little traveler that is going up the mountain, and this person knows that it's not about the destination, that it's really about the journey, right? The journey is the goal. The actual pilgrimage itself is the sacred space, is the sacred place, okay? So a lot of times we think of our awakening as a destination that it's going to end, okay? But as long as we are existing, as long as we are still going through our journey, that's the destination. The journey is the destination, okay? So we talked about that earlier, and again, this Journey card really just kind of brings that point home, that it's not about a destination, okay? We cannot just be focusing on a destination, because we focus only on the destination, then we miss a lot of things in the middle. There are lots of amazing things that happen every day along the journey, and just enjoying those everyday, day-to-day life things. Enjoy the people you're around, enjoy everything, and not letting the small things get to you and bother you. Just letting go and letting it be. Just let everything be. Let everything happen. Don't let anything happen to you. It's just things that happen, and you can't, get upset about every little thing on a daily basis, okay? Then I pulled for you guys a couple cards from the Moonology. And you guys got the third quarter moon. Adjustments are required. So along your journey, along the trip of your awakening, along this, you know, this journey, you are going to have to make adjustments. And I think that we talked so much about how much you're going to change with this Queen of Cups. You know, we talked about how you're going to come out on the other side a new person, a better person, someone who is really aligned with your higher self and with your life's purpose. And I think that this just really hits that home as well. Adjustments are required, okay? You have to make changes in your life. You're going to make huge changes in your life through this process, okay? And then the next card that you got is the first quarter moon. Your commitment is being tested. And we talked about that too. With the 9 of Wands, we talked about you're going to have this test of character, okay? So these two cards really go together. You're going to have this test of character, and you're going to come out on the other side. You're going to make all of these huge adjustments, and you're going to have this test of character, but you're going to come out on the other side a totally different person. This compassionate Queen of Cups, okay? Then I pulled a couple cards from our Keepers of the Light deck. And the first card that you guys got is Isis, Magic Manifesting. Okay? And this card says, your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. So be resilient, be courageous, stay focused. You know, you will see that you have the inner strength and the perseverance to make it through this. And no matter how bad it gets, you have to reach the end, okay? So just keep your dreams and your visions and your goals inside of your mind and stay focused on those, because we know that you're going to come out. Excuse me. We know that you're going to come out this Queen of Cups. And with the 4 of Wands, we know that you're going to come out in this celebration, okay? You're going to have all of these amazing things happening as long as you stay focused, okay? And then the next card you guys got, the Shekinah, Sacred Self. And this is really talking about the higher self, okay? Unleash your spirits, unleash your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life. I think this has to do not only with your higher self, but this also has to do with, we were talking about traveling the journey, right? Enjoying the journey, enjoying each step on the path, not your journey to awakening, your journey to, you know, align with your higher self. It's not a destination at the end. It's not going to stop. So, you know, your sacred self, you're going to be discovering what your gifts are, okay? You're going to be unleashing your spirit and, you know, just really dance to the sacred rhythm of life. Enjoy day-to-day life. You know, it's not something that you want to look to the end of, because when it's the end, you know, that's the destination. That means it's over, okay? So just really focusing on the traveling aspect, okay? The journey itself is a sacred place, okay? And then I pulled a few cards for you from the New Orleans Oracle deck, and you guys got the Success card, okay? And you also got the New Beginnings card. We talked about what the outcome is going to be for you and what your message from your higher self and from the universe was. And we talked about you're going to be coming out successful, right? You're going to have financial success. You're going to have success in your awakening. You're going to be aligned with your higher self. You're going to be financially successful. And then new beginnings, okay? You are going to be a new person. You're going to be this Queen of Wands, all right? So that is all that I have for group number 1. I hope that this resonated with you. Please comment down below what resonated with you. If you would like to see more like this, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that post bell notification down below. As always, love and light, and happy soul searching. All right, let's go ahead and get started with group number 2 with the We Are the World card. All right, so the first thing that I am seeing for group number 2 is how you can start to connect with your higher self is really just through hard work, okay? I'm seeing for a lot of you that you're going to be doing this hard work that might seem routine and it might seem dull, but if you just keep doing it, just keep at it, you are going to see results, okay? You need to stay patient and you need to stay extremely focused. Okay, I'm seeing that some of you are possibly going to be doing some kind of public service and helping others, and that is really going to help you start to align with your higher self and start to awake and start to help you in your awakening process and to align with your life's purpose, all right? I think that you are going to take a very realistic and down-to-earth approach to this alignment, and that you are going to just really follow through, okay? I'm also seeing that you are, the kind of person that you're willing to work for your dreams, okay? And you're not afraid to plan your path ahead of time, and really just thinking about what you're going to do before you take action, okay? And I see that even though, like I said, you might have to work for your dreams, you might have to really have some kind of repetitive, hard work that you are doing, but that is going to ultimately connect you with your higher self, okay? Now, something really beautiful about the people in group number 2, I am seeing that you are creative and intuitive, all right? You are going to really have some kind of creative aspirations in your life. You might be the kind of person that is just really honest. You also might be, you create something that's beautiful. You work in some kind of field where, an artistic field where you use your creativity, all right? You also, the beauty about you is that you are very emotional. You sympathize with others' troubles. You're very passionate about life, and you are very outgoing and charismatic. You may not always, have the social skills. You feel like you don't always have the social skills to, connect with other people, but you really do. And, maybe you also, some of you feel like, maybe I don't have the education for this field, this creative field, but you do. You are good enough. You are smart enough. You do not lack anything in that department, okay? So I'm just saying that you guys are beautiful people because of your creativity, because of your intuition, and because of your emotions and feelings, okay? Now, I am seeing what you guys need to do to heal. A lot of times going through this, this awakening, this alignment with your higher self and your life's purpose takes some healing. So I think that you guys in group number 2, what you need to do to heal, those of you in group number 2, is really manifesting, okay? Manifest in your life, an abundant harvest. Even though you may have some upcoming challenges, really just manifest good things into your life. There's so many different ways that you can manifest positivity in your life. You can do this through meditation. You can do this through writing. You can do it, under the new moon. But however you choose to manifest, with this page, with this knave of coins or page of pentacles, okay, I really see that you are going to manifest some abundance in your life, and that is going to be what you're going to need to do to heal, is manifestation, all right? I feel like the people in group number 2, in order to begin to heal, what you need to focus on to begin to heal is change, okay? There might be some kind of transition, some kind of change. With this Six of Swords, I see that, some of you might be moving. You might be traveling or going on some kind of a journey, okay? This is some kind of a life's passage, and as you make this transition, as you make this change, you are going to be leaving behind something that was bad, okay? You're going to be leaving it behind for something more peaceful. You're going to be leaving behind some sort of baggage. You're going to be releasing this baggage, okay? There are going to be calm waters ahead for you. Focusing on transition, focusing on change, and also focusing on, we talked about manifestation with the Page of Pentacles or the Knave of Coins, focusing on this manifestation. And with the Six of Swords, I'm really seeing that you might be dealing with the aftermath of some kind of problems that drained your energy, but as you focus on manifesting, you are going to manifest that the future is going to be better than the present. Okay, so things are eventually going to work out, and you're going to manifest that. And then the outcome for those of you in group number 2 of this healing, of this connection with your higher self, is like with the Six of Swords, this represents transition and change. And then also with the Two of Pentacles, or the Two of Coins, this also represents great changes in store for you. So some of you in group number 2 are going to be receiving some kind of important message or document that's going to put an end to some kind of problem that has been recurring for you. Again, this is going to be, we had the Page of Cups or the Knave of Cups talking a bit about creativity and talking about new projects. And so with this Two of Coins, this is also, letting you know that this is really a good time for new projects. Okay, so for some of you in group number 2, you're going to be starting a new project. I feel like some of you are kind of in the midst, like maybe, with this Two of Coins, like juggling 2 different priorities for you, okay? Maybe you are still in one career, but you're looking to make this transition or this change into another career. For some of you, it might be, you're still living in a certain place and you're looking to make this transition or change, but you're kind of juggling these 2 things at the same time, and you are waiting for the right time to go ahead and make this transition. But you might have to have these multiple priorities. You might have to juggle these 2 things at the same time for a little bit before you can make that complete transition. Okay, just really focus on time management and being adaptable to the things that you're trying to manage all at the same time. And I really feel like you can handle unlimited things if you really manage your time and your energy and your resources. You can handle all of that, and it's totally manageable if you give it your focus and attention. Okay, and then a message from your higher self, from the universe for you. All right, with the Queen of Swords, I am seeing that you're going to come out after this change, after this transition. You're going to come out on the other side as a very independent person. Okay, maybe you're going to have this softer side of you. I feel like maybe you have gone through some bad situations in the past, and that really causes you, when you do come across a bad situation, it doesn't really affect you as much anymore after you are in alignment with your higher self and your life's purpose. Okay, you're going to be able to find humor in those situations that are normally going to, no matter how bad they are, you're going to be able to find humor in these situations. And you may have had a lot of conflict and sorrow in your life, but you are extremely intelligent and you have a great deal of common sense. All right, you are a natural leader, and you're just going to have this transformation. Even with this Queen of Swords, that is representing transformation. You got 3 cards that represented change and transformation. And so for those of you in group number 2, I'm seeing that is what's going to happen for you. This alignment with your higher self is going to be all about change and transformation. All right, and then I pulled a few cards from the Osho Tarot deck. So you guys got the Harmony card, and I really feel like with this Harmony card, being at harmony with life, okay, and just really letting go. In this picture, it has this person with their eyes closed and their dolphins swimming around, and I just really sense with this card, it's about, letting go in order to, just really live a simple life and enjoy your journey in life, is to really just let go and to be in harmony with all things that happen. There are things in life that are good, there are things in life that are bad, but all of them are just things, right? So learning to live in harmony and enjoying the simple pleasures, and just really trying to avoid living a super complex life. It's all about the simple things and just finding enjoyment and harmony in those day-to-day things. The other card that you guys got is Isolation. Okay, I feel like the Isolation card is about letting go of ego. All right, by being in your ego and thinking as I myself that is being frozen, and that is isolating yourself from other people. And if you are flowing and if you are in harmony, if you're flowing and you're in harmony with the universe, the ego cannot exist, the self cannot exist. So I feel like that isolation card is just telling us, in order to have warmth and to have love, that you have to let go of your ego. Let go of your ego and let go of these imaginary boundaries that we build around ourselves, okay? And by letting go of that, you are able to love and be more compassionate. And like we were talking about with this Queen of Swords, this woman that is going to be on the softer side, this transformation, okay? So really just letting go of that ego. And then I pulled a couple of cards from the Moonology deck, and you guys got the full moon in Gemini. The answers you need are coming, okay? So whatever answers that it is that you're searching for, just remember, number one, the answers are within you, okay? So as you are going on this journey of seeking out alignment with your higher self, remembering, those answers are coming, but also remember, those answers are within you. And by living in harmony and by letting go of your ego, you're going to be able to come into those answers. All right. The next card you got is, it's time to release negativity. So that might have something to do, with this transition and this change that I'm seeing. Just releasing any kind of negativity in yourself. That, I feel like that has a lot to do with ego as well. I think as people, when we build these different, boundaries of I am this and I am not that, we are really just building this negativity towards others that aren't what we feel like we identify with. So I am, purple and you're blue, and so we can't, there's negativity between us because of that. Or I am a Pisces and you're an Aries and there's negativity, just making that egotistical kind of boundaries and that negativity. Just time to release that negativity, okay? And then we have 2 cards from the Keepers of the Light deck. We have Paul the Venetian, experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. So I think that, the answers are coming, seeking harmony, releasing your ego, releasing negativity. You are going to really discover what your gifts are as you start to align with your higher self and start to align with your life's purpose. You're going to discover what your gifts are, okay? So I think Paul the Venetian is just saying, experiencing grace. Not only are you going to have grace given to you, but I think that as you start aligning with your higher self, you're going to be more graceful with others as well. And then Master Buddha, increased awareness, deep connection, and trusting your inner voice. Trusting your inner voice. The answers are coming. The answers are within you, okay? And I think this also has a lot to do with releasing the ego and, harmony with the universe, okay? And releasing that ego, all right? So we are going to, in group number 2, we're going to be going through, a very different kind of awakening process, okay? You're going to be focusing on releasing your ego. That is really what I'm hearing for group number 2. And then the last 2 cards that I have are from the New Orleans Oracle deck, and we have Focus. And this goes right along with everything we were just talking about with that third eye there, okay? We see the third eye and then the universe, the world with a heart around it, and focus, okay? We talked about at the very beginning of this reading with the Knight of Coins that, you are going to be this focused person. I just see that the people in this group are this, like, very intellectual people, and that you think of things in a very, like, Like we said at the beginning, just this very realistic, down to earth, practical, thinkers. You guys this group is a group of thinkers, okay? And so I really think that as you begin this awakening process, this connection with higher self, you're going to focus and you're going to be really, through this focus, you're going to have this increased awareness. You're going to have this harmony, okay? And then the last card for this group is let loose, okay? So after I just said that this group is very focused, very realistic, very down to earth, I also feel like your higher self is telling you it's okay to let loose sometimes too, okay? You don't always have to be this focused, realistic, having this strict rigidity on yourself and being, very conservative and sticking to the rules. Every once in a while, let loose and have a good time. And remember, enjoy the journey. Remember that the journey is the fun part, okay? And that is what's going to bring you joy, and that's what's going to bring you happiness, okay? I hope that this resonated with you. Please comment down below what you felt like resonated with you. If you like this reading and you would like to see more like it, please give me a like, subscribe, and hit that post bell notification. As always, love and light, and happy soul searching. All right, let's go ahead and get started with group number 3 with the celebration card. Okay, so group number 3, I am saying that for you, how you are going to be able to connect with your higher self is really going to be through meditation, contemplation, and reevaluation. Okay? You are really going to be wrapped up in your thoughts. Okay? You are going to start to feel like you need something more in your life. You're going to start feeling some kind of an exhaustion. And this happens to so many people, right before they have their awakening, right before they start to really align with their higher self, okay? You might start to have a loss of interest in, everyday normal activities. You might just be really disinterested in things that you used to really enjoy. Maybe, you might be disinterested in your work. You might just be disinterested in, spending time with family. Whatever it is, you just really start having this kind of like a loss of interest in your everyday normal activities, okay? It might even feel like, or look like from the outside that you're just really starting to be a little self-absorbed, but that's not really what is going on inside your mind. I feel like you might even be feeling a little depressed and thinking like that you need to do something, that you need some change, that you need to take action in order to be happy, and that you need to find some answers, and that you're just really not satisfied anymore with how life is going. You're not satisfied with normal anymore. And I think that a lot of us, going through, the things that we've been going through in the world here lately, being stuck at home so much, a lot of us have really realized that how we were living our life before is not going to satisfy us anymore. And I feel like this is really, really prevalent for the people in group number 3. Now, for the people in group number 3, something very beautiful about you is that you are very self-sufficient, okay? You can really get by on your own financially, emotionally. You really don't need a whole lot of other people. You are super, intellectual and spiritual on your own, and you are totally in control of everything that's going around. And that's something that's really, really beautiful about you. But, with this 9 of coins, I'm saying that you're just, you have luxury and abundance, and you are self-sufficient. But I'm seeing that with the 4 of Cups, that's starting to not be enough for you anymore. You're really looking at life and going, all of this abundance, this luxury, this financial independence that I have, this emotional independence that I have, is this enough for me anymore? You're really starting to question that and just look at your life on a whole and think, and you're searching for answers, and you're just not happy with your everyday, life anymore. Just the normal doesn't satisfy you anymore, and you're really looking for more, okay? Also, for those of you in group number 3, when you go through, an awakening process, it often involves a lot of healing. So when you are trying to align with your higher self and align with your life's purpose, we go through changes, and we, sometimes, I feel like this 4 of Cups could possibly be for some of you, maybe this dark night of the soul, where you're going through this time where things are just uncertain, and it's just not the same anymore, okay? And I think that what you need to do in order to heal is really start to manifest, you know, this unlimited potential in your life, okay? I see that moving forward, in order to heal, you are going to really use your tools to manifest some positive things into your life. I think that you need to, you know, possibly take risks and be flexible, be creative. You need to really have a determination and strength. And with your personality, with your independence, you are going to be able to overcome all of these problems. You know, if you possibly have this, you know, this depression or this, you know, dissatisfaction with things that have been going on, I think that you really need to, you know, take charge and take action and just have a personal power. You know, the 9 of Coins tells me that you're already this really, really independent person. And then you got the Magician, and that is really, you know, for me, saying that you are going to even grow more into this personal power. You are going to be the kind of person that can overcome, you know, whatever this 4 of Cups, whatever trouble this is bringing you, you're going to be able to overcome and be strong and heal and take charge and take action on your own, because that's the kind of person you are, and you are totally going to be able to do that. All right. What you need to focus on in order to be able to heal is taking action. Okay, I just said taking action, and then you guys got the 8 of Wands, and to me that is the action card. All right, you are going to really come across like a major crossroads in your life, and you must take action to resolve the events. Okay, move quickly, or you know, you might miss out on some opportunity. All right, really planning carefully is important, and be sure though that as you're planning and as you're thinking very critically and you are really just planning it out to the T, don't let that slow you down. Okay, this is really a good time to really clarify your goals, and you know, whatever situation that you're going through is going to come to a resolution. But I really see that what you need to focus on in order to heal is just really taking action and just moving quickly and not missing out on any opportunities that are going to come your way. There are going to be some fast-paced changes that are coming up for you, and this could also represent for some of you this 8 of Wands. For some of you could represent some kind of travel by air. Maybe you're going to be getting on an airplane and going somewhere. You know, that might be the action that you're taking. That might be the movement, the quick movement, so that you don't miss out on this opportunity. Maybe you're gonna be hopping on a plane to go take care of some really important business, but you are really going to need to take action in order to become in alignment with your higher self and to come in alignment with your life's purpose. Okay, the outcome of all of this for you is going to be strength. Okay, strength and courage. You know, you are going to build so much character from this. And I mean, I just feel like you guys are already this, you know, super independent person. And I think that you're going to become even more independent and strong and courageous. I think you're going to build your character. But through this, I think you're really going to start to have more of a tolerance for other people. I think you might also, for some of you in group number 3, start to uncover more of like a softer side to yourself. I think, you know, the 9 of Pentacles is this independent woman, okay, but I think the Strength card is this independent woman, but she has a lot of inner strength and is able to subdue and control the lion, right? So when challenged, you are going to be able to maintain control in any situation. You're going to be able to react calmly in any kind of problematic situation. You are not going to be quick to anger. You're going to have patience with others and patience with others' weaknesses, and you are going just to be an even stronger woman. And some of you might not necessarily be a woman. It might just be, you know, a feminine energy. And through this change, through this transition, through this awakening, through this connection with your higher self, you're going to be having more of a feminine energy, more of a compassionate energy, and people are going to start looking for support in you. They're going to look up to you and see that you're very strong, and they are going to be influenced by you, and they're going to see how strong you are, and that is going to help them to be strong in their own situations. And then a message from your higher self, when all of this is said and done, it is going to be time for some rest and relaxation, okay? You got the Four of Swords, and this is telling me, you need to take a break in, this battle, okay, in this fighting. So you have all this strong courage, independence, and sometimes you need to take a break of that. You need to take a break from that. Let your guard down, okay? Let those feelings of anxiety diminish, okay? You need to have some peace and quiet. Let go of stress. Be alone with your thoughts. Do some meditation. Get out into nature. This awakening is just one battle in the long war, right? So you need to rest and you need to recuperate, all right? So don't always be so hard on yourself. Don't always think that you have to be this strong, courageous lion tamer, right? Sometimes you need to lay down and have a little bit of, meditation, contemplation, recuperation, relaxation, okay? Those things are going to be something that you are going to need. That is a message from your higher self, and I feel like that is how you're even going to become more connected with your higher self during those times of meditation. Though, you're going to get messages from your higher self yourself, right? As you start to connect, you're going to get messages from your higher self during your meditation. So really make sure that you're taking the time to do, to rest, relax, meditate, and recuperate, okay? Then I pulled a couple of cards from the Osho Tarot deck, and the first one that you guys got is Comparison. So with this comparison card, if you look, it has a picture of a big tree and then like a little stalk of bamboo, right? So I think that this card is really saying, don't compare yourself to others. Don't compare your situation to other people's situation, right? There's always going to be somebody that you feel like is superior to you. When you compare yourself to people, you're going to feel inferior, and it doesn't really matter where other people are in their journey. If they're a big bush and you're a small tree, it really doesn't matter. You are yourself, okay? And that is the most important thing, is that you are being true to yourself and true to your life's purpose, and not comparing yourself to someone else's journey, okay? Nobody is really higher or lower than anybody, in this world. And so nobody's superior and nobody's inferior, and everybody is really unique and incomparable. So don't compare yourself to others. Just remember that your journey is unique and you are unique, and just like everyone else is. The next card you guys got was the Dream. In this card, the Dream, you can see that there is this girl, and she is dreaming about this man, that is going to bring her happiness. And this card, the Dream, is really just saying, you're not going to find happiness in anything but in yourself, okay? When people attempt to find happiness in other things. You might attempt to find happiness in another person. You might attempt to find happiness, in money, or you want to find happiness in becoming famous. But the truth of, the matter is that we enter this life alone and we leave this life alone, and that you really have to be happy with yourself and be happy being alone, okay? And I think that for this group, this really just relates to this Nine of Coins. This group is a group of super independent people, and so thinking that, by losing your independence and by relying on something else or someone else that is going to bring you happiness, remember that true happiness comes from within. And then I drew a couple of cards from the Moonology deck, and you guys got Luck is on your side, okay? And so new moon in Sagittarius, luck is on your side. So you guys in this group, like I said, you are really independent, and the outcome of all of this for you is going to be this strength. And I think you guys are going to be lucky financially. You're going to come out on the other side of this awakening, and it's going to be very, very positive. You have luck on your side. Okay, with this luck on your side card, I feel like it's saying count your blessings. Maybe after this this Four of Cups, talking about this not being happy with just the everyday life things, I think that this card is just reminding us to really count your blessings and know you are lucky, you are very blessed to have the things in your life that you do have. And so just really remembering why you are blessed, thanking the universe for the things that are provided for you every day, and just really knowing that luck is on your side and you are blessed, even though you're going through this period, possibly going through this period of dissatisfaction. Remember how lucky that you really are. Okay, and then the next card is the balsamic moon, and it says a time for healing. And we talked about throughout this whole reading about how connecting with your higher self is oftentimes a time of healing. Okay, so you are going to be going through a time of healing, but you're going to be coming out on the other side, this strong, courageous woman. Okay, and then I pulled a couple of cards from the Keepers of the Light deck, and the first one you got is Mother Mary. Love and peace. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. I think this card is really saying pick your battles, right? You don't always have to be adamant about every single thing or be completely passionate one way or the other. Letting go of the need to be right all the time, okay? And then the other card is Holy Amethyst and Divine Alchemy. Move beyond current challenges and focus on what you desire. So I think that the current challenges for the group number 3 is this Four of Cups card, this dissatisfaction that you may be feeling at the beginning of your awakening, at the beginning of your journey to connect with your higher self and your life's purpose. So move beyond current challenges, and remember you have luck on your side, and this is a time for healing. And I think that just all of these cards are pointing in the direction of not necessarily that you're going to have this change. You are going to have a change. I feel like it's not going to be a huge change, because I feel like you're already this really independent person, and you're just going to get even stronger and more independent. But I think it is a lot to do with realizing how lucky you already are, right? And just move beyond your current challenges and realize it's not something that you can't handle on your own. And then the last 2 cards for group number 3 from the New Orleans Oracle card deck are Abundance. And I think that this group I feel like you guys are already abundant. I don't feel like there's going to be a huge change in your abundance. I think you're going to get more abundant, and I think you're going to become more independent. But realizing that you're already abundant and that you're already lucky. Okay, now the last card for group number 3 is Spiritual Teaching. So with this Spiritual Teaching card, I'm seeing that at this time for the people in group number 3, that you really that you're going to find clarity and guidance through being open to, different types of spiritual teachings. You're not going to find all of the necessary knowledge in one book or in one YouTube video, or in one teacher, but to really stay open to all of the different spiritual teachings. And as you begin to connect with your higher self, you are going to, find what resonates with you and what creates peace within you while still being, open to everything. So I think for the people in group number 3, and this really resonates with me too, is you're really likely to find bits and pieces from, different spiritual teachings that, lead you to this really unique and organic spiritual connection and understanding that's really going to be unique to you. Okay, so that is all that I have for the people in group number 3. Please comment down below what resonated with you in today's reading. If you like this video and you would like to see more like it, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that post bell notification. As always, love and light, and happy soul searching. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with group number 4 with the letting go card. So group number 4, I'm seeing that you can connect with your higher self through creativity, possibly through romance. I feel like creativity and romance are both really guided by your heart. So I think that if you really use your heart to make your decisions and think carefully before acting and speaking, you're going to start to align with your higher self. You're going to start to be more sensitive to others, and more idealistic and considerate and generous. I think that you are going to connect with your higher self through your creativity and through your imagination, okay? I think that as you start to align with your higher self, you're really going to be able to create this new life for yourself where it may have possibly seemed like it was barren before, all right? Something really beautiful about group number 4. You are very hopeful. You have a lot of hope and insight. You have really big dreams for the future. I feel like you are, going to be entering a period of serenity and satisfaction. This beauty, you're going to find this beauty in this calm period, okay? I feel like you're going to really just become one with your emotions, and you're going to have good fortune. And the beauty is going to be found in this renewal of purpose, this renewal of your spirituality. Okay, you are going to really start to possibly nourishing yourself by getting out into nature, grounding, being, one with Mother Earth. And you're going to start coming into your intuition, aligning your chakras, and just, it's going to be a new experience for you. It's going to be very beautiful. You're going to be using all of your 5 senses. I feel like that's going to be like an awakening process for you. You're going to experience this awakening process with all of your 5 senses, and that is going to be so beautiful for you. In order to heal, I think that this aligning with your higher self and this aligning with your life's purpose and awakening really involves a lot of healing for everyone. And I think in order for you to heal, you have some choices to make. I feel like before, you align with your higher self, before you start really realizing your life's purpose, you are really not seeing things clearly. Your judgment is clouded, and you may be, misinterpreting things, and really wishing things to be true that aren't necessarily good for you, and just risky behavior. And you need to really start to open up your eyes and realize that there are more options out there for you, and you need to really open your eyes and awaken to these options and recognize them. All right, for some of you, this could be having some kind of a spiritual awakening, or your third eye, opening your third eye, or just maybe some kind of unexplainable event. Like you're gonna have some sort of like paranormal unexplainable event that is going to really start you on this healing process. It's going to project this connection to higher self, and push it forward, push this healing process forward, so that you can really start living your best life, okay? And like I was saying, choices need to be made. In order to heal, choices need to be made. And the 7 of Cups is letting us know that choices need to be made, but you need to focus on what is right for you. Okay, now speaking of focus, what do you need to focus on in order to begin to heal? And I'm seeing with this Judgment card, a rebirth of some sorts, okay? I think that you are going to be possibly seeking reconciliation or forgiveness from someone, or maybe you are going to be forgiving someone that has hurt you, and you're going to be able to move on with your life. So some of you in group number 4, this healing process is going to be about forgiveness, okay? Holding on to old grudges, that is only detrimental to yourself. So remember that whether or not this person that you're forgiving is actually sorry or apologetic for their actions that does not matter. You forgiving them is really the most important thing, because in order for you to be able to move on and get on with your life, you have to forgive this person so that you can move on and be happy, okay? I also feel like for some of you in group number 4, you are going to really be having, some kind of inner calling, something that you really can't avoid, all right? Maybe it is, you've been in possibly like a low period, and you really need a significant turnaround in your life, and this this judgment card is really letting me know that you're going to have this rebirth. You're going to answer this inner calling, and you're also, for some of you, that is going to be forgiveness and reconciliation, but regardless, there's going to be a lot of healing happening from this forgiveness, okay? The outcome for you aligning with your higher self, success, confidence, victory over your enemies, victory over financial problems, goals achieved. You guys got the Chariot card, okay? So control, action, willpower, determination, all of those things. The stars are going to align for you after you go through this process, after you go through, this 7 of Cups, these choices that have to be made, this rebirth with the Judgment. After you go through these things, you are really going to come out on the other side. Your goals are going to be achieved. You're going to be in control. You're going to have so much willpower and discipline, and you're just going to be totally focused, okay? Really take pride in your achievements and your accomplishments, but really make sure that you guard yourself against arrogance. Don't get arrogant when you have all this amazing success that's going to come after these battles for you, okay? But for some of you in group number 4, I am feeling like you need to be reminded that respect is earned. Now, whether that be for you or for someone else, you need to remember that you don't have to respect someone because of who they are, okay? Or who they are on the outside, like their job status or their financial status. It's who they are on the inside, what their spirit is, what their heart is, okay? And also for you to remember that. Don't expect respect just because you are financially successful or you have a title of some sort. Remember that people are going to respect you for who you are on the inside and what your heart is, okay? And a message from the universe, from your higher self, for those of you in group number 4. Really, when you are looking at life, you need to look at it in a long-term view, okay? You need to think when you are making these choices that we were talking about, you need to make sure that these choices you're making are long-term, they are sustainable, okay? And that it is a good investment, and that you are going to, long-term, you're going to see the fruits of your labor, okay? Don't make choices that are just for immediate gratification, all right? Success comes from hard work and patience, but, of course, don't overdo it. I see that you are going to, with this 7 of Coins, you're going to have a major turning point in your finances, and you're going to be having some money coming in, and that's going to be from all this hard work, from these choices that you made the right choice. You really thought about it, and you really made those choices with your intuition. You had a big harvest from making the right choices and from working hard. So as you move forward, you really need to make sure that you are in it for the long haul. You need to make sure that you are planting seeds that are going to continue to sprout, and that you're not just going to have one profitable time or a short-term profit. You want something that's going to, instead of working for immediate gratification, you are working for long-term success. Okay, then I pulled a couple of cards for group number 4 from the Osho Tarot deck. And the first one that you guys got is totality. So with this totality card, you can see these three women that are, in the trapeze high up in the air. And if each one of these women are not totally living in the moment and totally focused about what they're doing, it's going to end up bad for them. So I think this card is just reminding us that taking one step at a time through life and really giving each step your complete attention and energy is going to be the key to having vitality in your life and finding happiness. Just really, instead of thinking about an end destination and constantly having a goal to get to this end destination, just really enjoying every single moment in life and putting all of your effort in every moment and being present in every moment. Okay? And then the next card is morality. And with the morality card, I feel like this is talking about just being really rigid and having, this clouded sense of things that are right and wrong, that are black and white, that are moral and immoral, and that is really a product of our conditioning. Okay, whether you are applying these judgments to others or to yourself, they are going to really keep you from experiencing the beauty in life. Okay, so only when you break through these ideas of morality, this conditioning, are you going to really be able to see the truth, and we're going to be able to see life, as it really is. So don't get too hung up in life over, the traditional conditioning that many of us were raised with. And then I pulled a few cards from the Moonology deck, and the first card that you guys got is you are good enough. So full moon in Virgo, you are good enough. So stop worrying about whether or not you're good enough. Worrying is only going to attract more worrying. Okay, you are good enough, so stop second guessing yourself. All right, and then you got new moon in Gemini. Communication is key, reminding you not to be all in your head, but have a good balance between your head and your heart, and really opening up and communicating with somebody. I feel like somebody in group number 4 needs to open up and communicate with someone. Okay, and then I pulled a few cards from the Keepers of the Light deck, and the first card is Archangel Michael, trusting heaven. You are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. Trust in the divine, right? Trust that the divine has a plan and that it's all going to go just fine. All right? You're going to just let go and live life, and what is supposed to happen is going to happen, and you have to be able to trust in that. All right? And then the next card is Lady Portia, divine order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. Okay, so we talked a lot about how you are going to be healing during this awakening, during this connection to your higher self. You're going to have some choices to make, and an important lesson is unfolding. We talked so much about a rebirth, some kind of inner calling, and when you came out on the other side, you're going to be this chariot. Okay, you're going to be the chariot, and then the 7 of Pentacles, really just this long-term view of life, like making sure that you're planning for the future, and you're going to learn a lesson in all of this, in this healing, in this awakening process. A lesson is going to be learned, probably many lessons. All right. And then the last 2 cards I pulled are from the New Orleans Oracle deck. And we have, the first card is Intuition. And I think this is talking about using your intuition, with the 7 of Cups, talking about the choices that are to be made. It's reminding us again to use your intuition. Trust your heart, trust your intuition when you are making choices that are going to affect you. All right. And then the last card for this group is Gratitude. And gratitude, I feel like, is just being grateful for everything that you already have, being grateful in the moment. Okay, we talked about living in the moment, and with the totality card, we talked about living in the moment, being present in the moment, and I think gratitude has a lot to do with that. being grateful for every moment, being grateful for what we already have. Instead of putting too much into what is going to come, just really enjoying the journey, okay? That is all I have for group number 4. Please comment down below what resonated with you. If you like this reading and you would like to see more like it, please give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and hit that post bell notification. As always, love and light, and happy soul searching.